Multifamily and affordable housing is in short supply in Bend. Builders are addressing the problem and city staff are expediting the permitting process.
There's a lack of affordable housing in Bend for people in all income ranges, but most particularly in those that are low and moderate income. There is really very few options for them. Well, the City of Bend has been very aggressive in trying to address the issue of affordable housing. This project you see behind us is a perfect example of some of the things that we've been doing. This project here actually has local funds invested in it, probably the largest loan we've ever made for one single affordable housing project. They also took advantage of our density bonus program so that it increased the number of units we can do here, which really works well into meeting the requirements for our UGB expansion. This project also had SDC exemptions put in place, which really reduced the price for the developer. And then we also gave them expedited permit processing, which meant that this one can get up on the ground faster.
The multifamily housing market in Bend over the years has changed dramatically. Prior to the recession, we were seeing an average growth rate of around 400 to 500 units a year. And then during the recession, it really just turned off due to a lot of factors around the economy and everything else. Coming out of the recession, it took a couple years for the market to reestablish and stabilize. And over the past several years, we have just seen a large volume of activity in the multi-housing market. Currently in 2016, we had a lot of units in construction. We've had over 1,000 units in construction. Only a couple hundred of those actually got to completion in 2016. We're expecting about another 800 to 1,000 to come online in 2017, and we're looking at another 1,000, in the preliminary planning stages right now after that.
Well, part of the UGB agreement that we made with the state of Oregon is that we would work more on getting infill in, and this is a good example of that. These were basically empty lots that are behind us that are now being filled with multifamily housing. What it does is it allows better chance for people to live near where they work. It gets them closer to services, and it will just provide a better, more vibrant neighborhood. Another advantage of this project is it's close to public transit routes, which will allow the tenants to be closer to ways to get to work, to get to services, and everything that's associated with that.
So with the analysis of the urban growth boundary, they looked at all the different types of housing needs and the demographics, as well as affordability, which is a major concern here in Bend. And with that, the need for multifamily type housing became more prevalent in providing different type of housing types instead of what we were normally a single family type community. The need for these different types really became apparent, and that's why you're starting to see the construction as it is. So with all the work of the urban growth boundary and all the look at the demographics and the housing needs, this type of housing, the multifamily housing, became a very large portion of the housing mix due to the market demands, affordability, and just the changing demographics. Well, we know over the next couple of years there is a large pent-up demand for multifamily units. With the low vacancy rates of less than 1%, we expect this type of development to occur at this level for the next couple of years. And then with the UGB, we continue to see a strong trend of multifamily housing.
Well, the Bend City Council has been very supportive of all affordable housing proposals that we put forward. They've also been very supportive of the UGB process, and those two actually handshake and combine very well. This is what the results are when they do that. We get projects in the ground, we get places for people to live, and we get our infill.